Hello and welcome back to the Wrestling Group. I am your host, as always, Ryan, and today we are going to be taking a look at the top 5 greatest NXT champions. Now, for this video, we will solely be looking at the men's main title of the quote-unquote third brand of the WWE, as this will leave it open for future videos around the other titles of NXT. So since its creation in 2012, there have been 24 different NXT champions, with the very first being Seth Rollins, after winning the tournament defeating Jinder Mahal in the final. Samoa Joe holds the record for the most reigns with the title, having won it a total of 3 times during his stint with the company. And Finn Balor holds the record for combined number of days as champion, with his 2 reigns totaling 504 days. But who are the greatest champions in NXT history? Well, join us as we rank the 5 best from number 5 down to number 1. And don't forget to let us know your top 5 in the comments section below and hit that subscribe button as you do. So number 5, Adrien Neville. Now, Neville was the bar setter in terms of NXT takeover matches. At the first one, he faced off against then champion Bo Dallas in NXT's first ever ladder match. Both guys truly delivered as the Geordie was able to pick up the win and the gold. But going forward, Neville really pushed on with the remarkable title defences against Tyson Kidd, Tyler Breeze and Sami Zayn, before putting it on the line against all 3 in a fatal 4-way match. Neville definitely pushed NXT into the spotlight during his 286-day reign as champion. Neville would eventually drop the title to Sami Zayn in a great title versus career match before moving on up to the main roster. In at number 4, Kevin Owens. Now, if Neville pushed the NXT title into the spotlight during his reign, Kevin Owens made it a huge deal when he took it to the main roster and confronted then United States Champion John Cena. KO made an impact in NXT straight away by quickly turning on lifelong friend Sami Zayn the night that Zayn won the title, and in such a memorable moment powerbombed Zayn onto the ring apron. When he did get a shot at the NXT Championship, he took it with both hands, repeatedly powerbombing Zayn over and over until the ref called a stoppage. Now, Owens may have only held the title for just 143 days, but he took it to heights it hadn't seen before. As I said, taking it to the main roster and making it a huge deal, which had fans rushing to NXT Weekly to find out just what he would do next. In at number 3, Tomaso Ciampa. Now, is there a better NXT love story than Tomaso Ciampa and Goldie? We think not. One of the greatest rivalries in NXT was between former NXT Tag Team Champions DIY. The rivalry spilled over into the main event scene when Johnny Gargano accidentally clocked Aleister Black with the title, allowing Ciampa to pick up the victory and the NXT Championship. After that, Ciampa had an excellent title match with Gargano in a last man standing match, which he won. He then went on to have great title matches with Velveteen Dream and Aleister Black. Sadly, before he and Gargano could go at it again, Ciampa went down with an injury and had to vacate the title, bringing an end to his first reign with Goldie. It would be 2 years until he would get the title back after winning a fatal 4-way match against Pete Dunne, LA Knight and Von Wagner for the vacant title. At this point though, NXT had rebranded to NXT 2.0 and the second reign wasn't the same as his first. In at number 2, Finn Balor. The flagship for the gold brand during his reign as NXT champion. Balor had an incredible 292 reign as champion, defeating the likes of Kevin Owens, Apollo Crews and Samoa Joe, before eventually dropping it to the Samoan at a live event. Balor would occasionally bring his demon persona out to help him defend the title, and that added something extra going into these matches. Now, if you thought his first reign was great, his second was even better. After Karrion Kross had to vacate the title due to an injury, NXT needed someone to hold that torch until he could return. Step up, the Demon Prince, Finn Balor. After a mediocre mid-card run on the main roster, Balor found himself once again on the gold brand and as its champion. Balor carried it impressively with multiple victories over some of the best wrestlers on the brand, such as Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly and Pete Dunne. Balor would hold on to the title for 212 days before eventually losing it to a returning Karrion Kross. So that is 5 down to 2. So who could be our number 1 pick and the greatest champion in NXT history? Well, it can only be one, and that is Adam Cole, baby. Is there any surprise that Cole would be our number 1 pick? Well, there shouldn't be. The leader of the Undisputed Era solidified the importance of NXT, and it was under his reign that NXT pushed on to become more than just seen as the developmental brand, and fans started to call it WWE's third brand. And to be fair, WWE started to treat it as such as well. With Cole as champion, the title was defended on SmackDown versus Daniel Bryan, on Raw versus Seth Rollins, and even on a pay-per-view when he faced Pete Dunne at Survivor Series. During Cole's 403-day reign as NXT champion, he would defend the title a total of 11 times, which was a record. Given that the Undisputed Era did help him to keep the title on more than one occasion, but Cole was having arguably the best matches in the entire company. It's also, for me, the best period in Adam Cole's career to date. You just can't argue the level of importance that the NXT title achieved under Adam Cole, which is backed up by the fact he was the champion that led NXT into the new era on the USA Network. So there you have it. That is our top 5 NXT champions so far. Do you agree with our list, or do you disagree with it? Let us know in the comment section below, and don't forget to subscribe to the Wrestling Group today.